Jay Leno was born in 1950 in New Rochelle, New York, to an Italian-American father, Angelo, who sold insurance, and a Scottish mother, Catherine, who instilled a strong sense of discipline and humility in her children. Growing up with an older brother, Patrick, who served in Vietnam and later became a lawyer, Jay learned early the value of hard work and persistence. His real formative years, however, unfolded in Andover, Massachusetts, where he spent countless hours in the small garage that became both his playground and workshop. He was endlessly curious, dismantling engines and machines to understand how they worked, a passion that would later intertwine with his love of comedy. This dual fascination with mechanics and humor shaped his outlook. The precision of engines mirrored the careful timing needed for jokes, and he found joy in both problem-solving and making people laugh. College and early comedy. After high school, Jay attended Emerson College in Boston, majoring in speech therapy, but the classroom wasn't enough for him. He turned his dorm into the college's first comedy club while balancing day jobs at a local garage and evening performances at bars. The grind of working with his hands by day and entertaining audiences by night instilled a work ethic that would define him. Consistent, relentless, and focused. Boston's comedy scene in the 1970s was vibrant, and Jay thrived within it. He often reflected that being covered in grease by day and surrounded by laughter by night perfectly captured his early life, highlighting how he seamlessly navigated these two seemingly different worlds. Moving to Los Angeles, in 1973, Jay made the bold move to Los Angeles, seeking bigger opportunities and new challenges. He worked at a Burbank garage to cover living expenses while performing at the Comedy Store nightly. The struggle was real, but Jay's discipline never wavered. He saved every penny, refined his craft, and maintained the dual rhythm of labor and laughter that had defined his Boston years. After 4 years of persistent work, his break finally came when Johnny Carson invited him onto The Tonight Show on March 2, 1977. His steady delivery and relatable humor impressed Carson, making him a recurring guest and gradually cementing his reputation as a rising comedy talent. Climbing the comedy ladder. Throughout the late 1970s and early 1980s, Jay expanded his presence in television, writing for shows like Good Times and appearing in series such as One Day at a Time and Alice. He even took on small film roles in American Hot Wax and Silver Bears. Unlike many Hollywood performers, Jay remained grounded and approachable, presenting himself as an everyday man rather than a celebrity, which made him relatable to audiences nationwide. His work ethic caught NBC's attention, and by 1986 he was officially Johnny Carson's substitute host, a position that recognized his reliability, discipline, and professionalism. Meanwhile, his passion for cars never diminished. He continued rebuilding rusted vehicles in his Burbank garage, treating the work as a discipline and craft that required patience and dedication, a philosophy he equated to writing and perfecting jokes. Taking the spotlight in May 1992, Jay Leno officially took over The Tonight Show, stepping into the legacy of Johnny Carson. It was a monumental shift in late-night television, and the transition was not without scrutiny. Early criticism and skepticism from both viewers and the media created immense pressure. But Jay responded with patience and consistency, relying on his craft rather than reacting to external judgment. His daily routine became legendary. Production meetings in the morning, script reviews in the afternoon, tapings in the evening, and stand-up sets at night. The intensity of the schedule demonstrated his commitment and resilience, traits that would carry him through decades of high-profile work. Television success. By 1995, Jay had solidified his position as the top late-night host, surpassing competitors like David Letterman and boosting NBC's advertising revenue significantly. Despite fame and recognition, he never slowed down. Touring across the country, he performed nearly 150 shows annually while maintaining his hands-on garage work. His approach to life and work was simple: relentless effort, a focus on craft, and genuine enjoyment of the process. He viewed both comedy and mechanics as disciplines to be mastered, not shortcuts to fame, a mindset that resonated with audiences and colleagues alike. Transition and primetime experiment. In 2009, after 17 years on The Tonight Show, Jay temporarily stepped aside for Conan O'Brien, embracing the next chapter with professionalism. His departure marked the end of an era, though NBC soon offered him The Jay Leno Show in prime time. The transition stirred public interest and some tension, yet Jay remained steady, focusing on work and letting the process speak for itself. His discipline and consistency had become a signature, showing that success was less about drama and more about dedication and adaptability. Return and reinvention. After returning to The Tonight Show in 2010 and continuing until 2014, Jay shifted his focus fully to another lifelong passion: automobiles. Jay Leno's Garage, which launched in 2015, became a platform where he combined technical knowledge with storytelling, sharing rare vehicles, restoration projects, and hands-on test drives. The show attracted a broad audience, from automotive enthusiasts to casual viewers, and featured notable guests including Elon Musk, Jerry Seinfeld, and President Joe Biden. Jay's approach remained unchanged: informative, approachable, and rooted in personal experience rather than spectacle. His collection of over 180 cars and 160 motorcycles, including rare and historically significant models, exemplified his dedication to craftsmanship and preservation. Personal life and values. Throughout his life, Jay maintained a private and grounded personal life. Married to Mavis Leno since 1980, the couple prioritized privacy and meaningful contributions over public recognition. Mavis's dedication to human rights, including support for women in Afghanistan, reflected their shared values of generosity and care. Even as he built a high-profile career, Jay's focus remained on routine, discipline, and maintaining balance between work, passion, and personal relationships. Endurance through challenges. Jay's commitment to his work and health persisted into his 70s, following strict routines that included minimal sleep, abstaining from alcohol and sugar, and maintaining rigorous physical activity. Accidents and injuries, including burns from a car restoration incident and a motorcycle accident, tested his resilience. Yet he approached recovery with the same discipline and mindset that had guided his life: steady, focused, and practical. His personal strength, both physical and mental, allowed him to continue performing, filming, and maintaining his garage projects without interruption. Supporting loved ones. In 2024, Jay faced one of his greatest personal challenges when his wife Mavis was diagnosed with progressive memory loss. He took full legal guardianship to ensure her safety and well-being, demonstrating the same commitment and care that defined his professional life. Balancing caregiving with his own intensive work schedule, Jay's actions reflected deep empathy and a quiet dedication to family, showing that resilience is not only about personal endurance, but also about protecting and supporting those we love. Continuing passion and legacy. Even into his mid-70s, Jay's work ethic and enthusiasm for cars, comedy, and sharing knowledge remained undiminished. Jay Leno's Garage continued producing new content, exploring innovations like electric vehicles, and mentoring younger enthusiasts in restoration techniques. His touring schedule, performances, and hands-on projects demonstrated a life led by passion rather than obligation. Audiences admired not only his skills, but his approach: consistent, genuine, and deeply human. Jay's philosophy has always been simple: find joy in what you do, respect the craft, and keep moving forward, no matter the obstacles. A life of dual worlds. Jay Leno's story is ultimately one of balance and devotion. He navigated two worlds, entertainment and mechanics, simultaneously, mastering each through persistence, focus, and humility. The stage allowed him to connect with millions through laughter, while the garage offered a sanctuary of creation, precision, and personal satisfaction. Even in the face of injuries, aging, and personal challenges, he has maintained his rhythm, proving that passion and discipline can coexist with joy and resilience. His legacy is not merely fame or fortune, but a demonstration of how dedication to craft, love for what you do, and care for others can define a meaningful, enduring life.